You are now listening to the Renegade podcast. And this interview has been in the works for a while. And this interview right now, what's going to come in the next couple of minutes, or maybe now, who knows, is maybe the biggest career achievement I have made right now, which is crazy. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, I started this whole thing. I started recording episodes back in February, March. And then I realized, like, you know what? Like, why don't I start emailing some of my favorite content creators, for an interview? And shockingly, I got all the people that I wanted. I mean, there's a couple more in the works as well. But this right here, this is one. The guy I'm interviewing is Solar Sands. He's a art and culture YouTuber, analyst, critic, all those things in between. I mean, some of his videos have reached 10 million views. 10 million views. And this guy has over 1 million subscribers. And in the latest video he dropped, he has something to do with winter. It has 300 plus K in 4 days. I mean, he's one of the best on the platform. He's one of the best, period. And it's going to be a massive achievement. But, like I said, it's always the beginning. This is just the beginning. And I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited in general. And for someone that is fan of, people that push the boundaries, this guy pushes all the boundaries. This guy's made non-linear videos. This guy's made videos on topics that no one would even dare to touch in the art world. I mean, there's a video he did about fear of water. It might just be the best video he's ever done. And it's probably my favorite video of him. So that's the thing, too. I'm in honor. I know it's a little bit late. I just released another episode of an interview I did with Andrew. He's a NFL NBA YouTuber. You guys go check it out on YouTube. And I'm excited for this. I think what we're going to see is history. And this is not going to be the peak. This is just going to be something that's going to keep rising and rising and rising. Because eventually I want to start interviewing, famous people, celebrities, from all kinds. And this isn't going to be a promo. This is going to be a real conversation. And that's the thing. I mean, when you really look at it, as a person that is on this platform, it takes time. And, the thing that I was think hopefully sets me apart from the others is the fact of authenticity. Because, I mean, the thing about authenticity is like, it's always this thing that people are chasing. Yeah, for some reason they can't get it. I mean, The Rock's probably the best example. I mean, Rock's objectively had an amazing career, right? I mean, you look at what he started from to what he's became, and it's remarkable. It's no other word to describe that. But a lot of people have turned on him because, the pursuit of being on top, people want to tear you down. And also the very fact of the matter is that his work has been declining the past couple of years. And not to say he was always a great actor, because he wasn't really that great of an actor. He was good. He was entertaining in himself. He's always the best part of his movies back in the day. Now it's like he wants to be the guy who's involved with everything. And when you're involved with everything, then, again, that's the thing. I mean, that's the sort of, the power kind of gets to your head. And that's what I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me. Because that's the thing. It's very easy for someone to get lost in the sauce. And hopefully I'm going to do that. And hopefully this interview allows me to, get my name across. And eventually I think, mark my words, I think this time next year I'll be one of the fastest growing podcasts on the internet. And I know, call me delusional all you want. Say I can't do it. It's going to make me want to do it even more. And that's the thing that's going to be part of this sort of conversation, is two guys that are trailblazing. One guy's already trailblazed. I'm trying to blaze my own trail. Trying to blaze a path for everyone else to follow. And it's difficult. It's difficult because, I have college, broadcast radio, Humber. I have mentioned it almost every single podcast. But that's the thing, dude. You gotta juggle work, potential internships, and the thing is like, at some point, you gotta step into the water. You gotta dip your toes, and if you don't do that, then you're not gonna succeed. Doesn't matter how talented you are. It's funny because the Texans played the Ravens yesterday, and the Ravens destroyed them. Lamar went crazy, so as he always does, and some of the discourse around it was just baffling to me. Like, they're acting like he's entitled to win 2-3. I'm like, dude, there's a world he doesn't even reach one. It doesn't mean that he isn't a great quarterback. It doesn't even mean he's an all-time great quarterback. It's just, it's difficult to win consistently. I think the hardest thing in the world to do is win. And win consistently. You see a lot of guys win and they fall off because they get caught up in the high and they don't want to deal with that low. But, I look at what the Chiefs are doing, and it's like, they're making the hardest thing in the world look so easy. Like, 15 wins. The first time we see a team do that since the 2015 Carolina Panthers. And I know they lost the Super Bowl, but I think this team is quite easily better than that team. Sure, Mahomes not playing like Cam Newton that year, but, like, besides that, it's all there. And that's the thing. The thing is that, the thing about greatness is that it's always constant. And sure, you may not be your greatest every day, but when the lights are bright, then that's when things start to, change. And that's the thing about me, is that I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. That's probably the worst type of feeling. Because, I know people say, oh, you better have one hit than nothing. You have one hit, you're going to have to live up to that. And some people can't live up to that. But, but it's difficult. Because I look at, and now we have Solar Sands in the building. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Hello. How you doing, Brad? A little bit of it. Are you okay over there?
Yes, I'm just a little come down with a cold.
Oh my god, that sucks. I actually had a cold the other day, and that shit sucks. Bro, I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there on time. I had to run some errands, and all that stuff. But we're here in the moment. This is history in the making. How could I start this, bro?
Well, how are you gonna record this?
I actually have recording with my phone. So.
Well, I'm gonna record my own audio because that's not very high quality audio to get it on your phone.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure something out with the stuff.
So I can record on my microphone and send you the files later.
Yeah, it's fine.
And whatever.
That's cool. That's cool, bro. That's great.
You need to record your own audio as well.
Yeah. I'm already recording it right now, actually. But
you're recording just your audio, or is it both of ours at once?
It's both. Well,
you need to record just your audio as well.
Yeah. So,
are you doing that?
Yeah. So, how's your day been, man?
Fine.
Alright, good. So, is this the first interview that you've done in this type of format?
No. The last time was... I've done several interviews before, but it's strange because, they say, okay, and then they just get lost.
Oh, man.
Post them online or anything. And
yeah.
I'm very annoyed at that.
Yeah.
It's time I'm taking out of my day to do this, and then they just don't post it. I'm like, okay.
That just sucks. That sucks. It's so funny, man, because similar thing happened to me back.
So you're gonna post this on YouTube, right?
Yeah. It's gonna take a little while for me to edit stuff. I don't want to rush it out. I'm
gonna start recording my audio soon.
All right. That's all cool, bro. That's all cool.
And you have your own voice, right?
Yeah.
What are you recording that on?
I'm recording that on voice notes, and I'm gonna like split them up because I have Adobe.
Okay.
I have Adobe, right? So I try to do my own thing. But I saw your recent video about winter, and
Yes.
that was a great video. And I just want to just start off. What was the inspiration for
Hold
that
on,
video?
hold on.
'Cause-
Can we I need to start recording the audio before we start.
oh,
Um let's get an official time, right?
yeah,
To start the podcast because I don't know when
yeah,
so let's just okay. 3, 2, 1.
go.
Okay, I've started recording.
Yep,
My end.
yep.
Okay, great.
All right,
All right, let's start.
let's start. Let's start. That's a little bit of a little bit of buffering going on, but what was the
There's buffering.
inspiration?
Well, hold on. There's buffering going on.
No. That's just a thing I do. It's just
What do
the
you
way.
mean?
I just sorry about that. What was the inspiration for that recent video that you did? Because I found it very, very interesting. The whole concept of it.
There's a couple things at once. I was interested in these weird photos I was seeing online
Yeah.
that I didn't see many of. And then after that, I found this website or this blog post about like winter landscapes throughout art history.
Yeah,
And I thought I went through and I picked out some that I thought were very interesting,
yeah,
unusual,
yeah.
and the whole video just kind of went on from that.
So like, can you sort of describe your creative process? Because I think the way you make videos is so fundamentally different from most content creators, right? It feels like you put a lot of time and effort and a lot of detail in it.
I don't know if my work process is all that different from other people's, but what I typically do is I get an idea,
Yeah,
I start researching and brainstorming
yeah,
about that idea,
yeah.
and I go and flesh it out through the script.
Oh,
Usually spend a while on the script,
yeah,
a week, at least a few,
yeah.
usually one. And then after that, it's just recording and visual editing.
Yeah,
Now, once the script is recorded, it's basically it's all there,
Yeah.
the spine of the video.
yeah, yeah. It's so funny because I discovered your channel back in 2019, and that's when you actually started blowing up. You did this video about liminal spaces, and I was just blown away. And that was one of the first videos that you did that blew up like crazy. How do you process that? Like you make a video, then a couple of weeks later you go check on it, it's like 10 million views. Like how do you sort of process that?
I wish it was 10 million views. I don't know. I mean, nothing really happens whenever a video goes viral besides I get a lot of comments.
Yeah,
So very little physically impacts me in my real day-to-day activities.
interesting.
Uh,
So what was the first video or YouTuber that you saw when you were younger that inspired you to become what you are right now in the space of YouTube?
I mean, the first YouTube videos I watched were like Lego stop motion videos,
Those are
but I didn't become a YouTuber until many years after. And no particular YouTuber really inspired me. I just wanted to make some money on the side
Yeah,
before I had to get a real job or something. I wanted a way to promote like some creative projects I might have in the future.
yeah,
And I started doing the DeviantArt series because I thought it'd be funny.
yeah,
And I had seen like random scatterings of YouTubers do it, but no one like made a series out of it.
yeah,
It was always one-off videos.
yeah. Yeah, that's a great answer. Great answer. And so I don't want to, because obviously, the side of money, people sort of think about like, I want to get into YouTube and I want to make money on the side, but like, I mean, your videos are making like your latest video is like over 300K in 5 days. Like,
Yeah.
do you sometimes like think that you kind of already like mastered it, or do you still want to like keep improving at what you do?
Oh no, no, I never really think I mastered it. I think I'm in a good spot, but YouTube, like when I say money on the side, I do need to emphasize
Yeah,
it is not that much. Like
yeah.
300K, I'm probably, I'm getting like $1,000 from that video so far.
That's a lot of money though.
I mean, yeah, but it's 2 months of work
Yeah, it's facts.
for that video, and that's a bunch of groceries and rent that I
Oh,
have to pay for.
oh damn. Are you living by yourself, or you're with someone, or?
I have a roommate,
Oh,
and we share rent.
oh damn. Oh damn.
But YouTube is not really a money-making business type thing.
Yeah,
You have to really be dedicated to creative side of it, or
yeah.
else you just could create slop.
That's facts.
A lot of people do.
That's facts.
People put out a lot of shorts and a lot of like crummy videos, like like the infographics videos that are pretty bad.
Yeah, those aren't good.
But they get lots of views, and that's kind of more like the business side of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like to focus on the art side of it.
That's a great attitude to have. 'Cause I see way too many people. This is not just YouTube. I see way too many people get into things just because it's gonna earn this much money. I can have this type of lifestyle, and I'm like, it's all a process, man. Like, what I'm trying to do won't make me that much money now, but in the future, when my profile, my portfolio grows, then I have something to fall back on. But like, I just do this stuff because I like doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
So one of your more recent videos, the culture is eating itself. It's kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say controversial, but kind of, it has a lot of discourse going around it. Like, what was your idea
Yeah.
of that
What
video?
kind of discourse?
Huh?
I only saw like a few tweets.
Yeah.
What kind of discord about it is there?
I saw one of those Reddit posts. Again, Reddit's not the best way to gauge stuff like that, but some people were kind of like confused about the intent of the video. But I completely understand what you're going with it. So for that video,
Yeah, that video was a little controversial. There was a lot of dislikes on that video. I mean, there were some good criticisms of the video, but overall, I don't really understand what people's problems are.
yeah,
People criticize it for not talking about indie movies. I'm just like, well, that's not the premise of the video.
yeah,
If I was going to talk about indie movies, I would talk about them
yeah, it's fair.
in a video, but that's not what the video is about, so I don't really get that criticism. The
Yeah,
other criticisms I've heard is that, like, oh, I talk about cinema sins. I'm just like, well, I mean, cinema sins would be a good concept for a channel if they were honest and accurate, but they're not.
yeah,
Which is why they have a bad reputation, is because they're bad at what they do. I
yeah,
don't think the cinema sins approach of like, oh, this might be a small thing you didn't notice, but it is an error, is like necessarily bad or anti-art.
yeah,
Except they do it badly, and they lie about what is bad, and they're very lazy
yeah,
about how they use their criticisms. And in this video, I wanted to make sure my criticisms were accurate, so
yeah,
I guess people have like this trauma of just hearing like a plot hole and being like, well, that's not worth listening to because it's not talking about something else.
yeah. You're right. You're right. But
Yeah, but that's like a controversial video. I don't make those kinds of videos very often. But
Yeah.
it was a subject that was important to me,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I made it.
yeah. So was that video in particular like? Was that like something you always wanted to do, or was that something that was kind of like more of a recent thing?
No, I've been having these thoughts for a few years at least,
Oh, okay.
and I felt this was about the time to post the video after. Uh, what movie came out?
Craven?
There's like a. Oh, it was the Disney announcements. There's all
Oh,
the Disney
yes. Oh,
announcements.
yes.
And I was like, well, this is clearly not going to change at any point
Yeah.
in the near future. So I want to make a video about this.
Yeah. I have one criticism of that video, of your video. It's not a criticism
Sure.
about what
Sure,
you talked about,
let's
because
hear it.
I do agree that things aren't in great shape right now, right? Maybe I have a different perspective on it, but like, would you say, like, obviously, like, because there's one comment I saw that it said like something like, oh, music and art and architecture, yada yada, are so bad, and I'm like, I so want, because I have a YouTube account that I so want to comment like, is sports, is that part of the conversation, or is it, because when people,
What?
sports, like, because sports are, they're entertainment, right,
Mm-hmm.
to a degree. So I'm not saying that you should have talked about it. I was sort of more like replying to that person. You know what I mean?
So what's the question?
So were you gonna bring up sports?
No, I don't know anything about sports.
Oh damn. I was just asking. I was just asking.
Yeah.
So 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 how do I say this? So let's go. Let's sort of turn the clocks back to your first ever video. Do you still remember that, or that you?
Yeah.
All right. So did
Yes,
you
I did.
think that it was going to, like, blow up the way it did, or did you always thought that, like, you're good at this stuff, it will eventually sort of get to that level?
My first video, I don't. My first video did not blow up.
But like
Which video are you referring
the
to?
the deviant art ones.
Well, those aren't. I mean, they eventually blew up,
Yeah.
but not the first. My first videos were like goofing around videos. They didn't do anything.
Oh damn.
The DeviantArt videos eventually they did
All right.
because I. I think the first one that actually blew up was the Undertale one.
Yeah.
I think that's simply because it had Undertale in it, and that was a indie game, super popular indie game at the
Yeah.
time. It still is.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's I mean that's what I attribute to. I don't think the DeviantArt videos, especially the really early ones, were that good.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Because I've really honed the craft a lot more than those videos.
All
The
right.
microphone was terrible.
Yeah.
Some of the jokes were funny, but like the criticisms were not even really good criticisms of the craft or anything. It was just like, this is weird, ain't it?
Yeah, I know.
Which was funny, but it's not really insightful or anything.
So, who was the first, like, big YouTuber to, like, co-sign what you're doing when you were, like, sort of, like, you're blowing up, you're getting all these views a couple years ago?
The first big YouTuber to recognize me?
Yeah.
I don't I don't know. I mean, I had a lot of smaller art commentary YouTubers recognize me.
That's
And
cool.
have friends. It hasn't been until recently that I guess Shgur,
Oh,
the animator, was commented on my videos
That's
once.
cool.
There a few times.
that's cool.
I like them, I think.
Alright. So, what are the plans for, like, the future of your content? Like, because I know you incorporated, yourself. You kind of did a bit of a face reveal back in the day, and now you're sort of incorporating yourself more into your videos. Like, what's the future? Are you gonna have other guys sort of collaborating and stuff like that, or is this a solo thing?
I have people I collaborate with, but they're They're more like, I need an effect done or I need editing done. They're not like in the video, body and soul. I don't really ever plan on like having a co-host or anything.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the channel works fine on its own with just me doing the narration.
Yeah. Yeah. So, was there a video that you were going to do? It was done, but you just scrapped it because it just didn't fit whatever sort of path you're going on back.
I've never scrapped a completed video before posting it.
Okay.
I have scrapped scripts that were close to done. I've scrapped even recordings before, but never a fully complete video.
Can you sort of tell me like some of the concepts about those sort of scrapped ideas? Like,
the reason I scrapped them was because they're kind of bad. so like it was like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
that is a review of Five Nights at Freddy's, which is just kind of boring.
Oh,
these are many years ago.
Yeah.
I tend to scrap less completed scripts these days.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because if I'm going to complete a script, that's a lot of investment.
Yeah. It is. You're right. It is.
Another one would be like, I hate Let's Players, which was just kind of like, I didn't really have any points, any good points or argumentation in that video at all. So I was just like, well, I shouldn't make this. And I think I'm glad I didn't make these. I had the sense to not make these. That's
a great attitude to have, because even some of my favorite content creators, they sometimes release videos that are just filler. Like, have you heard of Nando V Movies?
Yeah, kind of. I don't watch them.
Alright, so I interacted with him a little while back. He's a cool guy. There's this video he did about like how to it's just a video about this character that I haven't heard of, and I'm like it's 10 minutes and it's just him riffing, and this isn't a shot at him, but like I'm like, what was the point of this video? Like, you're kind of like, you're not really making a point here. And eventually he deleted that, but that was a little while ago. But yeah, I would rather someone take their time and like, release a video that's actually like complete than just drop a video just cause of schedule or whatever.
I mean, yeah, I tend not to talk shit about YouTubers I don't know anything about.
Yeah, that's also a thing I want to bring up. Like, how do you handle criticism? Like, sort of from, commenters or subscribers, even your contemporaries. How you handle that?
I mean, I probably handle it as well as anyone else would be in my position.
Yeah.
In that, I mean, of course, criticisms can bother me a lot. Especially when they're, like, stupid and wrong.
Yeah.
Which I get really dumb criticisms a lot. Especially on Twitter.
Oh, damn.
And TikTok. I'm just like, why? What do I even... It's not even just that they're unfair criticisms. It's just like, okay, you made this up. I never said this or did this. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Be happy with that? No. Other criticisms can be more fair. Like, I guess, the pacing on this, or I'll get a fact wrong in a video, and I'll usually make a correction. But that's the extent of that.
Yeah.
It's like these things, they'll bother me. Like, they'll bother anyone, but there's nothing much to do after that. Unless they're, a big YouTuber making up a bunch of, like making a hit piece.
Oh, damn.
People have this expectation of YouTubers or people with a lot of followers of like, oh, don't talk about people making hit pieces on you when they're like smaller than you. It's like, why? You talk shit, get hit kind of mentality. It doesn't matter what your following is. If you're gonna lie about me, then I'm gonna respond.
That's facts.
If you get like, oh, your followers harass me. It's like, well, like, I don't tell them to harass you. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
Based on swarms of people. It's like, how do you... this is just a lesson I learned, like, in my first year of YouTubing. Like, if you attack someone, you're gonna get attacked by their followers. If you get attacked by someone, you're gonna get attacked by their followers. And you can't really do anything about that.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah, it's facts.
Just don't know what you're supposed to... It's just silly. It's just really silly. It is the internet. It's not like... Unless someone's doxing you, of course.
Yeah.
Or threatening you. Then... You just kind of have to deal with that, and all the comments I see are just silly. They're just really stupid.
Yeah,
it's like you're shit. And that's it. It's like, well, okay. I'm not gonna lose sleep over this.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But like, obviously, you know, when someone's making content, their experiences sort of influence what they make. Is that the same with you? Like, I don't know where you live or anything like that, but like, does your upbringing and your educational background, like, does that influence what you do?
Yeah, I think it would for anyone. I did go to college, so I know how to gather research maybe more academically than other people would who didn't. Yeah. But there's nothing about my background that is not preventing anyone else from doing what I do.
Yeah.
All it requires is a significant amount of effort and focus.
Yes. Yes, it's so true. I mean, there's people that I know that are like more gifted than me, but they don't have the sort of vision that I have set for myself. This is not me trying to be cocky or anything, but like, I see a lot of drifters, and I'm like, I used to be one of those people that you just drift, and I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. I have a vision, I have a path. I'm gonna run right through that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, are you working on another video? Are you in the development stage of another video coming up soon?
I'm always I'm always looking and researching within art.
Yeah.
For ideas and content and like just interesting things.
Yeah.
Throughout my life, but right now I'm taking a break. I made 2 videos, 2 half an hour long videos.
Yeah.
In 2 months with very little downtime in between them, and it's now Christmas, the end of the holiday season.
Yeah.
I'm quite tired.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a break right now, but starting mid-January, I'll probably be back on the making videos again grind.
Yep, for sure. Who was the most famous person to like your work at any point? To shout out you on content or whatever.
That's a tough one.
Really?
I don't know if I want to say, because they might get angry if I name drop them.
Oh, damn! So this person's like A-list then, right?
I mean, they're all YouTubers. I don't know of any, like, traditional celebrity who knows me. But, like, I'm just like, I don't know if they'd be comfortable with me saying their name.
Okay, that's fine, but that's really...
I think, like, who has publicly said they like my videos? I guess, JJ McCullough.
Oh, yeah.
That's Big Joel. One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, in terms of numbers, those are the ones that come to mind who I can speak, who have publicly said they like my videos.
That's cool. That's cool for sure. How do I say this? But what's your favorite movie of 2024?
Oh, I didn't watch a lot of movies. I'm watching a lot more movies.
Yeah.
But I don't watch that many movies compared to... I mean, like, I don't watch many movies as they come out. I usually wait a while.
Yeah.
And catch them
on streaming, right?
Well, I don't even let me look this up because I think I have an answer, but
Yeah, I mean Nosferatu dropped a couple days ago, and I really
yeah,
want.
I have not seen that. Oh boy. I'm looking at all the mainstream movies that have dropped this year, and I'm like, God, this has been a bad year for movies. Well, like, I think it's been a bad year for movies for like 10 years now. Just,
I think
as you know.
here's the thing, right? I think to me it's like I get what you're saying. You know, when corporations start to like buy up everything, it's never a good sign. I mean, the guy who's
No, I mean, there's that, but it's also just like profound incompetence.
yeah.
I mean, you buy Disney Star Wars and then you don't make a plan. It's like, well, you don't. Even a greedy corporation would make a plan. Look, what are you guys doing?
I just think
it's
to
complete
me,
incompetence.
I know it's competence for sure, but to me, I feel like the whole concept of Star Wars in general is kind of ran out of its course. Not to say you can't make a great Star Wars movie. I absolutely think.
No, I mean, it's completely like they've completely milked it for all it's worth.
Yeah.
I don't think a good Star Wars film is coming out, or if we even need one anymore.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm sure it's possible.
It is possible.
But, like, likely, no.
No, I feel
Necessary, no. We don't need to spend another $250 million on another Star Wars film. It's just, it's ridiculous.
Here's
Anyway,
the thing.
what were you saying
So,
about movies?
I was just saying, like, it's all about perspective. Like, I understand how you feel. Hell, I mean, even most of this year, I was like, I'm looking through the titles. I'm like, most of my movies that I like aren't even, like, mainstream, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and that never happens, right? So, again, like, it's all perspective. Like, I watched Deadpool Wolverine when it dropped, and I really loved the experience of it. Sure, it's a flawed movie. You know, I always got love for the director because he made, I mean, Real Steel, 2011 Real Steel is a banger. I don't care what anyone says. And the first couple of Night Museum movies, especially the second one, the Smithsonian one, that's a classic. I don't care what anyone says. Maybe the nostalgia talking, but like I love that movie. I mean, the villain is so.
What, the Night at the Museum movies?
Yeah, the second one that had that.
Yeah, I mean those movies are fine. They're pretty good, I would say. I mean, in comparison to everything we've been getting.
Yeah, Hank
even, like the most bland 2000s movie is probably better.
I would say they're bland. I think they have some type of character to them, but like, yeah, I mean, they're not like Stanley Kubrick or anything like that. But
I think, okay, to answer your question, I think my favorite 2024 movie would be The Substance.
Oh yeah, that's a banger.
I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's as good as everybody else thinks it is.
Yeah,
I
think
it's a good film. Like it's a solid film with a solid premise, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's some sort of masterpiece.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I understand how you feel. I want to say like shout out to all the actors and actresses. They did an amazing job, especially Dennis Quaid. I mean, that dude was insane. But he understood the assignment on that one for sure. I mean,
yeah, that's like the only movie I liked in 2024 that came out in 2024. I watched a lot of movies this year that I really liked, but didn't come out in 2024.
Yeah. There's this movie that had Ralph Fiennes in it. He's like a priest. I really like that one.
Oh, the Conclave movie?
Yeah, I really like that one. It's not for everyone, but
I'm planning on seeing that actually.
Yeah.
But I don't know when.
Yeah.
Is it still in theaters?
I think so. I gotta check.
I feel like it should be.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it is. There's this one movie I was thinking about recently. Have you watched Videodrome by David Cronenberg?
No, I haven't.
You have to watch that. I think that's a perfect.
One
that's a perfect video for you to make because you can like have the sort of social meta commentary and actually have it relate back to the modern times because it's a scary movie. Sort of like it's low key prosthetic as hell. Like video journal, the whole concept of it's absolutely insane. But like that the director's a mad genius. You know, he's up here. He's from Canada, so again, I gotta respect my Canadian greats and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I'll check it out. I've been recommended that one.
have you watched Strong Legacy?
Yes, I watched Tron Legacy.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it when it came out. I haven't watched it in a long time, so I don't know how it holds up.
I think you should do a video on Tron, and just like
Maybe. I do like the Daft Punk. I like what they did.
yeah, man, like I cannot believe they actually broke up as a group, man. That was just sad, bro. That was just.
They've been around for like what, 30 years?
Yeah, no, it's just I was so hoping for another album, man.
It's quite a bit longer than most bands.
I know. What type of music have you been listening to recently?
Christmas music.
Christmas music, all right. So,
Yeah.
who was your favorite musician to listen to when you were younger, and who's your favorite musician you've been listening to like the last couple of years?
I don't know. When I was younger, I didn't really have a phone or anything.
Yeah.
So I'd listen to what my mom had on her iTunes, which is like Peter Gabriel.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
And right now I listen to Aphex Twin.
Oh yes.
And I guess Tyler the Creator. I'm not a huge music guy. I'm not even a huge music artist guy.
Oh.
I pick out tracks I like.
Okay.
I don't even really listen to albums.
Yeah, that's also another thing. Like, that's the thing I'm trying to combat. Like, the one way I discover new music, funny enough, is I go on iTunes, I go check the newest sort of selections they have for albums releasing, and I'll just listen to the previews. If I like the stuff on it, I'll just download it, and I'll just listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit time consuming, but it's better than going on a playlist and you're just shuffling. You're like, what's the point? Give me the whole thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Wow. How did you get into Aphex Twin? Because that guy's kind of very eclectic, to say the least.
I think it was inevitable I would get into him because I listen to electronic music a lot.
Yeah.
He's like the top guy, basically, for anything that's not EDM.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Like, I feel like Aphex Twin being the GOAT electronic artist, like, it shouldn't be a hot take. Like, I feel like whenever I say it, I get pushed back for some reason. Maybe, then again, maybe...
Well, who pushes back on that? Who do they put up?
I saw some people say, what about Daft Punk? Which I'm like, I love Daft Punk.
I mean, yeah, Daft Punk is good. But they're not the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Let's be serious for a second.
Yeah, no.
It's a very high bar.
It is a very high bar. I mean, I discovered Aphex actually back in like 2018. Like, it's so funny because like I always love electronic music, as you said, but like, because I used to listen to like Trap Nation. Did you listen to Trap Nation back in the day?
No, I did not.
Okay. So Trap Nation, they just sort of randomly select like sort of popular-ish electronic music, EDM sort of slop, right? And there's still some songs that hold up, but like a lot of them, like they sound like meme songs now. But it's funny enough, I go on iTunes on 2017, and my brother was having a soccer tournament. Funny enough, I was in Michigan, and I saw this album by this guy named Arca. You listen to Arca?
No.
Alright, so Arca is like she's like, she combines a lot of things. There's a lot of Aphex Twin, but there's a lot of like Flume and One Trick Point Never, and she might be maybe the most unique musician of like the last 15, 20 years. Like, that's how good she is. And I went for a whole discography, and I'm like, this is amazing. Like, I tried showing it to people, and they're like, what the hell is this? Just this random noise, and I'm like, you don't understand this, bro. You just don't. And then I've discovered Aphex Twin, and then Boards of Canada, then Ots Hacker, then Tim Hacker, then 106 Point Never, and it just grew. And then discovered Burial and Actress. I mean, Actress just dropped a record recently. That record's amazing. It was like a 52-minute long track, but it's amazing. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot out there.
There's a lot for sure. So how can I say this? But there's this one video you did about Dr. Seuss, and
yeah, you mean the video that has the most views of any video on my channel?
Yeah. Did you expect that video to like blow up the way it did?
No, I didn't. I expected it to do well, but not be the best of the best. And I don't really know why it's still the most viewed video on my channel. It's I don't hate it,
Yeah.
but it's kind of boring. It's pretty short.
Yeah.
But
It is
I
pretty
guess
short.
it's simple name recognition.
Yeah. That's always the thing, right? I do say one thing I love about the video is like it's honest. Like you're not like sugarcoating anything. You're just saying how it is. And not in a way that's like grifty. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing I don't like about sort of recent YouTube. There's a lot of rage bait. And I know it's cut from like one side. You know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, the Critical Jinkler and Bowler, like those dudes, like I don't like those dudes at all. You know what I mean?
No, I don't vibe with the Critical Drinker that much. I like Mahler a little bit more, simply because he talks about some video games I enjoy.
Yeah.
And he makes long videos I can listen to while I'm editing. Like doing something very tedious. The Critical Drinker doesn't... He obviously has a political bias.
That's pretty obvious.
And I'm really getting just so tired of people with very obvious political biases.
Yeah.
It's just it reeks of narcissism. It reeks of a kind of self-importance of that your ideology needs to be in every video you make.
Yeah.
I'm really quiet. I don't have very much respect for those kinds of people, especially like if it was just one or two, that'd be fine. But it's like so many YouTubers do this now, where they shove their one and only ideology into everything they make, and it's really quite hard to listen to after a while.
It is, and I really appreciate you saying that, because I feel like a lot of like sort of YouTubers of your stature, they don't really say anything about that. You know, they just kind of like, and I get it. You know, they don't want to get in trouble or anything like that, but you know what? Like I said, you either like you stand for something or you fall for anything, right?
Yes, basically.
And also, one thing I like is like you don't like. For example, I don't really care what your political ideology is, but like I appreciate that you don't make that the focus. That the focus is about the content you're talking about. I mean,
if you're not making a political video, it shouldn't be.
Exactly.
It just seems like common sense to me.
It is. It should be, but you know, a lot of money is being made on getting people angry, commenting, and arguing.
Yes, I know. It's horrible. It's very depressing and very obnoxious.
It is.
I hope it ends, but I don't know if it will end. I think this might just be the status quo.
Which is sad. Like, I mean, you would think those people, like, I don't know. Did you vote or?
Yes, I voted.
Alright. Did you, I'm gonna assume you didn't vote for Trump, right?
I'm not saying who I voted for.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And I'm like, I mean, their guy won. I mean, their guy won the House, the Senate, all that stuff. And I'm looking over, and I'm in Canada, and they're still pissed off. They're still angry. I'm like, you got everything you wanted. Like, I don't know what's the deal here. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want to comment on that.
All right, that's fine. I'm just saying. Is there a movie that you're excited about next year?
I guess oh, Jesus. I guess the Batman too. I mean, I'm not that excited because I can't really have any high expectations for any movies anymore.
Yeah.
There's a high chance any movie that's made next year will be bad, like they have been for 10 years, mainstream wise. So no, not really. Besides, like the Batman, because the first one I liked, but I don't know if the second one will be.
I mean, James Gunn is dropping the Super movie on my birthday. Funny enough.
Oh, the Superman movie.
Yeah.
James Gunn. Well, I mean that could be good. I don't know.
I feel like he's one of the few guys that has a consistent track record. So I'm confident it will be at least entertaining. At least
you say that, but I just like, will the studio fuck with it? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like
there's so many things that affect a movie's quality.
Yeah.
I just don't know for sure, but I guess that's a worthwhile bet to make.
Yeah. Tron Ares is dropping next year, and that's the one that I'm like. That's another one I'm kind of like, I don't know, like I wanted a Tron Legacy sequel, I got it, but it's like it's Jared Leto starting, and I like the director, but like I like some of the people working on it, but like.
Jared Leto's in it?
Yeah. I think he's like the hero villain guy.
How does he keep getting work?
I don't know, man.
Jesus Christ. That's sad. That's depressing.
It's weird, like
the time for making a Tron Legacy sequel was many years ago. It's not gonna. I have the least faith in that project, probably, of any project Disney's gonna make.
I mean, Nine Inch Nails is doing the soundtrack, so at least I think the music will sound good.
9 Inch Nails? I mean, yeah, but it's like, well, what are they gonna do? Everything's gonna be CGI, but it's also gonna be terrible CGI. It's like the Tron Legacy. Everything was CGI,
but it looks good.
I'm aware. But it was like they had like
practical.
There was some sort of there was just some sort of understanding of the limitations of CGI, I guess, in that movie.
Yeah.
Or something, because now CGI is actually kind of just like worse than anything now. It's like it's so funny. People see CGI and or hear the movie as CGI, and it's like, oh, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Yeah.
That's the cultural consensus now. CGI is a bad thing now.
Yeah.
Even though, like, it's like, oh, crap. This is how badly they've messed up. That's what people think now.
Yeah, I mean, I heard someone make a joke that why can't the government make a rule about making movies good again? And I'm like, that would be funny.
That would be funny, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I here's the thing. Right? I mean, this thing is like, you know, it's all about perspective. I understand how you feel. I mean, especially like, it feels like we're having more and more flops now. I mean, this year alone, we had like 8 or 9 that like just bombed right away. They just died on impact. I'm like, I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it continues where these like really bad movies just lose money consistently and Hollywood has a kind of reset. Because I do not think the Disney company is redeemable anymore. There might have been a point it was, but I think it actually just needs to fail and like be split up.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean,
I know that's not going to happen, but that's what has to happen because I don't regard them as a company that should exist in its current form anymore. I mean, there's nothing to them that's redeemable.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's so funny because like, Moana 2 dropped recently. That movie's not that good.
It's a terrible movie, and it made so much money. And you're just I kind of just cross my arms, and I'm going like, well, I guess there really isn't a limit to how much bad stuff our general audiences can consume before they're like, I don't want to spend more money on this.
I just think people want to escape. Like they don't care about the quality.
It's
Like
probably Moana, just the brand name.
yeah,
I guess
yeah,
that's
Moana
probably
is
what helped
iconic.
it. I don't see if it would be interesting if they make a Moana 3. If they do similarly low quality, will that actually lose money or will it actually
Make
do
money.
well?
I mean, you look at the Transformers stuff, and I had the same thing back in the day. I'm like, ain't no way this gonna make money, and it makes $1 billion. I'm like, what?
I mean, Transformers is a better film series now than like most of the big budget films that are coming out.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not good movies at all. Besides, like the first one is, I would consider good, just barely good, and then the rest are bad. But like, whew.
I mean, I like Bumblebee. I mean, like that was because Michael Bay didn't make it.
Oh Jesus! There's so many Transformers movies. I forgot that one existed.
Yeah. Who you think is the best actor / actress right now?
Best?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I have no clue. Maybe Robert Pattinson.
That's a good one. I think it's it's Timothée Chalamet to me.
I like Timothée Chalamet. I like him. He seems cool. I like that he's in things. I don't know if he's the best actor currently. He's a good one. But I just like him personally.
Do you like Anya Taylor-Joy?
I don't really have an opinion on her.
Really?
I haven't seen her in very much.
Man, look, dude, you have to watch The Witch. Like that, but her performance in that
that's
was
one
amazing.
I still, yeah, I've heard a lot about.
Yeah, and also I saw
see.
Furiosa when it came out. She was amazing in that too. I mean, she hasn't missed in a performance in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you should go check her out. Wow. So do people recognize you?
No, I've never been recognized.
Really?
Yeah, never.
Wow. You're kind of living the best type of life. Like you're super popular online, but like you can just walk anywhere and no one would like know who you are. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it seems like that.
It is.
I figured it would have happened by now in like 8 years of YouTubing, but it hasn't. I guess it might never happen.
Yeah, I mean, but you know
This is what I mean by like a video goes viral and nothing happens, nothing changes in my day-to-day life, really.
Really?
I guess I relax a little bit more. I'm like, oh, I can make some money.
Do you still make money
I
off
made a
your
video, that's good.
Do you still make money off your old viral videos, or is that thing?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I mean, all the videos make money until they're taken down, I guess,
Oh, that's crazy.
or demonetized.
That's crazy.
But of course, you get most of the views within like the first 24 hours
That.
of uploading a video.
Yep.
So I probably make like, $1 every like week from per old video.
That's.
Which adds up.
It does add up. You're right.
That adds up.
But
it's not crazy.
It isn't crazy. Have you been what's your favorite TV show you've been watching recently?
The only TV show I watched recently was House of the Dragon.
Oh, damn. You like that one, or?
I liked season 1 more.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 was fine.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they can stick the landing.
Seems like a bit of a difficult task now. I mean, so many shows back in the day, even so many shows now, like they have a great beginning, cool middle, and then the ending they just like
they drop it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of TV shows can't end well. It's really strange.
It is strange. I mean, look at Lost. You ever watch Lost?
No, I didn't watch Lost specifically because I hear the ending sucks.
Yeah.
Like, well, why should I waste my time with this?
Yeah. J.J. Abrams, that guy's an interesting case because, like,
I mean, it's clear he's not a great filmmaker. It's clear that he's very limited as a filmmaker when it comes to storytelling. That's very obvious from The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
He has talent, but he can't, his storytelling, like, the physical writing of his stories just always suffers, and he should not be allowed to write scripts anymore, basically.
Yeah. I bet
he's a good
here's the thing, right?
action
I kind of have a
director.
soft spot for JJ because I love the Star Trek, the first one he did back in the day. I love Super 8. I really like Star Trek Into Darkness. Hell, I really love Force Awakens when it came out. But like, you're right.
I mean, most people did.
You're right. Like,
people had the expectation The Force Awakens was going somewhere.
Yeah.
And it didn't. So now everyone's opinion is soured on that when it was really positive when it came out.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Because it's like, well, there was all this setup and you had no plan. This was all for nothing, basically. It was a gift wrapped really nicely, and you open it up and there's nothing in there.
Yeah, it's the
It's like, well,
the
at
mystery
least
box.
the wrapping was nice.
I feel like, to me, like, here's the thing, right? It's so funny because I watched Last Jedi recently, and with all the discourse and all the bickering, all that stuff aside, I watched it. I really enjoyed it, but you need to have
a lot of people do.
But you need to have like a particular type of mood to be in. I feel like Last Jedi is kind of like, do you listen to Kanye?
Yes, I listen to Kanye.
Well, what's your favorite Kanye album?
I mean, Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I guess.
Okay.
I'm a
All right. So I want to actually compare that because I feel like Last Jedi is a lot like Yeezus. When Yeezus came out, it was divisive as hell. Like, sort of people liking. Critically, it was critically acclaimed, like Last Jedi. Right? But over time, people have appreciated Yeezus more.
Can you pause for a second? I need to take care of something.
All right.
A moment. Just a moment.
Okay, it's fine.
Sorry, we have cleaners. We have to wrap this up in about 5 minutes or so.
All right. Okay.
It's just FYI.
Yeah, that's fine. It wasn't going to be that long anyways. Yeah, that's how I feel. I understand Last Jedi is not a great movie by any means, but I enjoyed it from that aspect. But
yeah, I mean, a lot of people like it. I liked it initially, but unfortunately, I started thinking about it, and the more I thought about it, the more the story just kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said about how a story mechanically doesn't work, but everything else does, like the direction and the visuals.
Yeah, Rian Johnson's a bit of a sort of visual master at that. I mean, I really love the Knives Out movies for the same reason. Like, you know, there's certain shots that he does. Like, it's just like, I don't know how he got that shot the way it looks, but it just looks amazing. But then again, like, it's not for everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the last questions I want to ask is
all right, last question. Here we go.
All right, who is your celebrity crush when you're growing up, and who's your current celebrity crush right now?
I've never really had crushes.
Really?
Yeah, not really. I just don't. I don't know who these people are.
You're right.
And it's always been weird to me to crush on a person
that doesn't know you.
Not even that doesn't know you, but it's just like that celebrities are a shell of a person.
Yeah.
when you see them. They're not anyone you can actually know on any depth besides interviews and photos.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I mean, they could be a great partner, they could be a terrible partner.
Yeah.
I don't have celebrity crush, really. I look at people who are attractive, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're attractive.
Can you give me like one or two examples of that?
I mean, the regular ones, like Anna de Armas and whatever.
I don't like that.
Who's the Megan Fox?
Yeah, back in the day, yeah.
These are the haughty women, apparently. I'm just like, yeah, that's an attractive person, but I don't care.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't care. I'm not gonna fantasize about.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. For sure.
Interesting. Last question.
It is interesting. I want to sort of, I don't know. I want to sort of add on to something. I feel like so my current celebrity crush is Millie Bobby Brown. I know she's been sort of. It's weird. Like ever since Stranger Things came out, it feels like the reception of her is just getting worse and worse, even though she hasn't actually done anything super bad. Like I know she says some stuff. It's kind of weird.
I have no clue about Millie Bobby Brown. I have. That's interesting, though. I know she's the Stranger Things lady.
Yeah.
But I didn't know she was in controversy.
I mean, meaning like people be going after her acting. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I get it, but people don't have the same energy for other people. That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. Okay.
It is interesting. Yeah. So it was an honor having you.
Sure thing.
And
Thanks for the questions.
Yeah. No. I've been prepared for this for a while. I mean, get a person like you, it's like it's a coup of the century type of thing. So,
oh sure, no, you'd be surprised. It's like I'd probably take an interview with like anyone who asked. Really?
Really? Okay.
It's not that big of a deal for me to take an hour out of my day. I mean, maybe it's like just ask some people for things, and you'll be surprised how many just say okay.
All right. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. I know I sent you a link to my channel, and
yes, I hope to see this on there soon.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll send you the recording I have.
Yeah.
Through Google Drive.
Yeah.
You can put that in.
It was an honor.
Improve the quality. Your sure thing. Thank you.
Thank you. And you know what?
Thanks for having me.
Maybe in the future we can do this again. Who knows? Have a nice.
Maybe in a 6 months.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah. Bro, I hope you have a nice day, man.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Yourself. Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah. That was the end of the Renegade podcast interview with Solar Sands. It was an honor, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one much as I did, and have a very nice day.